Hello everyone. So there's apparently some more fucking drama going down in the kind of alt-right, white nationalist, reactionary, what have you community. Oh, for fuck's sake. I've got this thread on 8chan up right now. So, let me just read the a few bits of green text here. Dangerous faggot Milo running rampant. Richard Spencer approves. NRO podcast tackles sodomy, censored by the Right Stuff Network. Common Filth was right all along. Right, so I'm only giving that little piece there so people who know of what I'm talking about know that I'm talking about it. But I suppose what I'm about to say does kind of go into this sort of stuff, generally speaking. The fact of the matter is that on the internet, you can purity spiral all you like. You can signal to your little in-group, your little ideological in-group, that you're not a degenerate like those guys over there. Hey, am I right? I'm not a degenerate like them. You can do that all you like. It's not gonna fucking change a thing. The internet, just due to the nature of it, as I've said many times, you can't control everyone. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. People who are pissed off that Spencer thinks that Milo Yiannopoulos can be used as a kind of tool. People who are pissed off that Greg Johnson is allegedly a homosexual. Fuck's sake. You know, people whining about the right stuff and censoring, and honestly, all this is young men not having any way to resolve their disputes. Ordinarily, if this was all offline, you would all be fucking fighting it out, as you should be. I genuinely believe that all of these people having these stupid arguments and bitching about each other need to meet up in person and fight it out. You know, for a fixed objective, like 2 minutes, no blades, no dirty tricks or anything like that. Just fight it out and fucking just have it like that. Because this is all it is. It's just social posturing of young, aggressive men who don't have any, you know, other ways to communicate or express or release their emotions. For fuck's sake, most content creators, that's a cringy word to use, but most people who write articles and make videos and host events and own websites and, you know, those of us who do all the stuff which everyone else watches and reads, we don't have time to bitch about each other, really. There are a few people who have, made a big fuss out of what other people have done, and those people typically do that as a source of content, quote-unquote content. But the rest of us are too busy actually reading and trying to inform people of things and explore ideas and help other people understand the world. You know, that's quite important, that's why we're doing it. So we don't have time to go around policing each other on he said and she said this and that. And most of this behaviour is really fucking childish and shouldn't happen. All these threads on image boards and forums calling people out and bitching about other people. It's all fucking bullshit and you're all idiots for doing it. The only way to solve these problems, these disputes, is to fight them out or shut the fuck up. Personally, I think the latter would be a better option and easier as well, considering distances between some people. But generally speaking, people should shut the fuck up about other people and just get on with it. Now, I'm sure, right, in conversation, things come up, topics come up, people come up, and you're not going to agree with everyone on everything. But why does it need to be made a big deal of? Surely you should be most concerned with yourself and what you're fucking doing in life, not cattily whining that someone else doesn't do things exactly how you want them to do them. You know, a good example of this regarding myself recently, right? I went to a London Forum meetup and I gave a very short speech. I am really in a different vein to much of what goes on at the London Forum. And I've said this before, and I've mentioned this topic on multiple occasions. Now, does that differentiation, however, mean that I'm going to make videos attacking the London Forum and attacking Jazz Turner and attacking, British nationalists and white nationalists and Holocaust revisionists and things like this. No. Where's the fucking point? I'm not going to convince anyone of anything. I'm not going to convert anyone of anything. All I'm doing is just signalling how different I am to them, which is a fucking typical right-wing thing to do. This is why the right is so fragmented, whilst the left historically has been a surprisingly unified bloc, and as various leftist forces have put aside their differences historically in politics and work together to fulfill the same aims. And once the aims are fulfilled, then they fight each other. We on the right are more individualistic, more stubborn, and we like to just be different to everyone else because we're Puritans like that. I have my ideology, it's mine, this is the way I think. It isn't that. Even if it's the fucking smallest differentiation, we on the right feel the need to express these differences, just how we are as people. It's not a problem. But that has to be overridden by, a small measure of human reason and logic at some point or another. I will not make videos whining about the London Forum or various other things. I've mentioned my views in terms of what I actually disagree with people on from an ideological point of view, and I've explained and expressed those disagreements with through the lens of ideology and theory. But that isn't an attack on anyone. It isn't an attack on people who hold those views, because we're dealing with a level there which is impersonal and detached from people. So if you're going to attack anyone for those sorts of things, for ideology, attack the ideology before the person, because especially on the right as it currently is, further fragmenting things does nothing, and will achieve nothing. The whole divide and conquer shilling kind of meme, there is some truth to it. There are genuinely agitators in various communities on the internet of a rightist bent who go into these communities and seek to press down on divides between groups and factions in order to divide them. They play up on the differences between groups or stereotypes or prejudices in order to divide and conquer. This is what they do. And you've seen it on image boards over the past few weeks, actually. I won't go into that here. But we should resist that. People should resist that, because getting involved in all these things is a total fucking waste of time. What I'm saying now and doing now is basically a public service announcement. So, you'll notice that I'm not bitching about any persons here. I'm bitching about the idea of bitching about other persons. Regarding the right stuff. Regarding Richard Spencer, Milo Yiannopoulos. People who know me know my views on all these things, because I've mentioned them in passing, but it's nothing to make a fucking meal of. Not only because I don't have control over these people, and I can't change them, they are the way they are, but also because I'm fucking busy doing what I'm doing with my channel and my website and all my contacts and all my other things and other responsibilities. I'm too busy. I don't have time to sit around whining about what other people are doing and what they aren't doing. So yeah, I think with that, just to summarise, most of this drama and bitching is nothing more than social signalling of young, angry men who are kind of posturing to one another because they don't have any sorts of release valves in their lives physically for this sort of nonsense. What people should be doing, if really need be, is fucking fighting it out physically. And that might seem dramatic, but I genuinely mean that. There needs to be an organised and almost ceremonial kind of way of resolving these sorts of disputes. Short of that, just shut the fuck up. And with that, thank you for listening.